Minasan konnichiwa. It's another episode of Random Talk. Today we're sharing with you an embarrassing moment coming up soon. So this embarrassing moment that I'm going to share with you actually occurred in the fourth year I was in Japan, and I had just changed cities, changed jobs, and I had caught a cold. So I was talking to one of my coworkers and just said, I'm feeling sick. Can you recommend the doctor that you go to? He said, yeah, man, it's real easy. It's near City Hall. His name is Dr. Ono. He speaks English. He's in his mid 40s, so should be no problem. Now, for those of you who study Japanese, you know that you can have the same pronunciation of a word, but written in kanji, it looks totally different. In the case of Dr. Ono, it can be written one of two ways that I knew at the time. And these are the two ways that it was written. One is like this, which is "oh no," and this is the other way, "oh no." If you write it in Romaji, it basically comes out the same way. So when my friend passed me the memo that looked like this, uh, didn't tell me whether it was one or the other, right? But anyway, so this was the fourth year I was in Japan. Thought my Japanese should be no problem. Headed down to City Hall. And immediately when I got to City Hall, there was this area here, if you take a look at this picture. And there used to be a clinic right here. And it was Dr. Ono's clinic. And you can see that there's that kanji, Ono. So I walked inside and I told the lady at the information or at the front desk, I just said, it's my first time here. Hajimete desu kedo. And she said, oh, do you have your insurance card? Hokinsho arimasu ka? So I said, yes. I gave it to her. And then she had a little form for me to fill out. And she noticed I was a foreigner. So she said, just fill out your name, address, and telephone number. So that was cool. I was in the lobby for about 10 minutes and starting to feel pretty bad. Then I was called. Started to walk into the doctor's office. But as I walked through another room, I noticed that there were posters, big posters of the eye. I thought that's kind of strange, but got into Dr. Ono's office and sat down, and he said, what's wrong? So I said, I think I have a cold, and then he smirked. Yes, everyone, I was at the eye doctor. So, feeling embarrassed, I left Dr. Ono's office in search of the Ono clinic that could actually help me. So, I walked across the street and I saw this sign. Now, that's the other Ono that I showed to you earlier, but that kanji next to it is the kanji for teeth. And I knew that at that time, so I thought, my gosh, there's an eye doctor over there across the street, and now here on this side of the street, there's a dentist, Ono. So started to walk further down the street, and then I saw this sign, and as you can see, it's the same Ono as the eye doctor, and you can read the katakana, right? It's his clinic there. So Ono clinic. I thought, here we go. This time it was all good, but Dr. Ono wasn't in his 40s. He's more like in his 70s or 80s, but he was treating me like his grandson, so that was cool because when you're feeling sick, right, you want to be treated well. So that was cool. Got my medicine and left. Went back to my friend and said, so went to Ono Clinic, but the guy wasn't in his 40s. It's like he's old guy, man. So apparently it was the wrong one. Walked back there another day and actually found this picture, and I think this is the correct clinic that I never made it to. How many Ono doctors can you have in the same place? This is crazy. So anyway, I'm going to show you a real short 1-minute clip giving you a tour of the proximity of how close all these places are. Enjoy the clip. So here we are at the former City Hall area, which is now the ward office. But if you see that white wall area right down the street, that's where the Ono Eye Doctor used to be, which relocated right here into this building right across the street from the former City Hall. And that's up on the 3rd floor. As we walk down the street here, you can see it's only a few footsteps here. As we get into this stairwell here, if we climb up to the second floor, that would have been where the former Ono dentist used to be. And walking down the street, again just a few meters up here in this building, this is the Ono clinic that I never made it to, my friend's doctor. The Ono clinic here up on the third floor. And again, just another few meters down the road is this Ono clinic, the one that serviced me. So everyone, again, how can you have these many Ono doctors in the same place? The writing's on the wall, right? Oh no, clinic. What a name. Oh no.